such an asshole!
Hey everybody, the old captain here, and oh my gosh, Berkeley! Who knew that there would be leftists in Berkeley of the extreme variety that might shut down a otherwise free speech event? And I've just had enough of it. I had to put together a video of this because to me it's very apparent, but apparently not to everyone else, that it keeps making headline news. So the old captain is going to explain it to you here, all right? Number one, you have to understand that speeches, whether it comes from Milo Yiannopoulos or Mike Cernovich or Ann Coulter or anyone, and it can be on the left. It doesn't matter, right or left, politics regardless. It's obsolete because right now this medium that you're watching me through right now will reach more people than probably has ever attended physically Yiannopoulos or Coulter or whatever type of speech at a college campus. And this has nothing to do with me. It's not, oh, look at me, I'm more... No, it has to do with the technology. To give you an analogy, to give you an example, my dad was a pastor, and I think the most people he ever had in his congregation at any one time was 1,000, which is pretty good for a church back in the old and his small church. All right, I'm nowhere near the speaker my old man was, certainly nowhere near the pastor that he was, but anyone can get more than your average pastor could back in the 80s using this internet technology. So it is the internet technology, and YouTube especially, that has obsoleted the need for holding seminars. Yes, there is the meat space factor. Yes, you'd like to get in, oh gosh, there's Milo, oh my gosh. But to convey the actual message, it's outdated. This is going back to Lincoln, the Douglas Lincoln debate, where we talk like that. Not unrelated. You know, some Martin Luther King had his, and I was, that's because you had to, the audience had to visually see you. You had to speak loudly. Not always did you have a microphone, certainly in the Lincoln Douglas debates, but that technology is obsoleted. It's gone. So you say, okay, well then, why are they doing it? I'm sorry, guys. I hate to call it out like this, but it's fucking planned and intended. Who's benefiting from this? You know who's benefiting? Milo. Milo is benefiting from this, right? All this, it's free advertising that he's getting. All this crazy, I mean, I'm sure he would like to give his speech, but he's just as happy, as is pretty much any one of these guys, getting the free media attention that comes with the riots, and they shut it down. You think he's actually unhappy that it shuts down? He's the one that just got a book deal with Simon & Schuster. Mike Cernovich, I'm sure he wanted to have a deplorable, and I think he wanted to have fun with it too. He probably didn't want to get interrupted. But he certainly didn't mind that the cops were there. He certainly didn't mind that there were protesters rioting. It makes the news. It gets you in the headlines. It keeps you above the centerfold. Now, this is not to say that is their only or ulterior motive. I'm thinking it's one that we overlook because it also happens to be necessary. And this is where there's an element of bravery involved. To go out in person as Milo, Mike Cernovich, and anyone from the hated right. If you're a leftist, there's no threat because rightists don't do this. We're not violent people. The left are. But that's exactly what they're trying to point out. And that may be the primary goal, what I think the primary ulterior motive or goal is to expose and get video of the true nature of leftists, of the true nature of these real tyrants, of who the real fascists are. Oh, Antifa, really? You're not going to let someone speak? I mean, that I think is what the real underlying intent is. All right? But this is my final point. I'm just going to leave you guys with this, okay? So maybe we think it through a little bit. Those guys have protection. They have a bunch of people. They got the cops. They got security. You idiots that go walking into UC Berkeley wearing a Trump hat or something that will denote you as a conservative, you're just asking for trouble. You're just, I mean, like the guy, unfortunately, he got beat up and knocked out unconscious. The poor lady sitting over on Donald Trump's star over in Hollywood Walk, she got pelted or whatever and harassed. It could have been worse. You're nuts. You're nuts. What are you going to do? You're going to change people? You think these people are going to honor your freedom of speech? And what, you're going to get video while you get the chance of getting, a tooth knocked out, blinded, or worse, you're dead or crippled? Just so you got some video? Don't worry, they'll get the video. The Milo and all that, they'll get the video. But going out there by yourself without a backup, without a group of, and especially UC Berkeley, what did you think was going to happen? Did you really think it'd be a handful? Like there was a protest over in New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico. There, I don't know, what, 20 liberal arts major students that wanted to put on their Guy Fawkes masks. But Berkeley, they live for this shit. There are hundreds, no doubt, maybe thousands, all probably, ironically, would probably be this is going on. This is the news story is unfolding. I'm thinking, are they actually torching their own town? Which they might be doing. Although I did see they were torching a Wells Fargo. So for once, Antifa, I'm with you guys on that. Fuck Wells Fargo. It's like, please go. Yeah, I'll turn a blind eye to that. But what are you soul mavericks out there thinking you're going to do with a Trump shirt or a hat, or going in there and trying to yell this crowd down? Do you think they care to reason with you? Stop being stupid. Don't go in there by yourself. I guess, but people gotta, I don't know, you gotta fight. Look, you can fight this battle smart, and you can fight it stupid. All right? And going over to UC Berkeley, where a group of truly, probably the most extreme leftist campus out there, where on top of it, I know the police or the politicians even have an incentive to protect your freedom of speech and your rights. Don't be that dumb. Please don't even bother going there. Use the internet. Get the video from a safe distance. Do what you got. Expose. They're going to show themselves. We got the technology today, but use the technology. Don't use your face. Anyway, if you got questions, you can go to assholeconsulting.com, and I will give you more wisdom for a fee. You can read my blog, captaincapitalism.blogspot.com. I got my podcast, the Clary Podcast. You can find that on SoundCloud. What the fuck else do I do? Oh, I got books. You can read my books. Go to Amazon.com. Look up Aaron Clarey. AARONCLAREY. Toodles.